Today I'm going to show you 4 GoBrunch spaces that I use and tell you about how I use them for my work. Most of them are society related. So the first space I'm going to show you is a book club. So in the winter months in New Zealand, we come here to discuss a Jane Austen novel. So the background image is one from Jane Austen's brother's house. It's this guy here. He got lucky and got adopted by rich, kind of aunt and uncle, distant relations. So he had a very grand house, and this is a picture from inside the grand house where he lived. So we can actually sit around the table and discuss Jane Austen. You'll also notice over here we have a quiet space, and I took the colour from the curtain so it kind of matches, because there tends to be a lot of introverts in our group. So if you want to attend but you don't necessarily want to talk, you can sit in the quiet space, have your camera off and your mic off, but still be in the room. You'll notice I have the chat box to the side instead of popping up in the middle to make the space feel a little bit more expansive. We don't tend to use the chat box often. I try to keep that for people who don't feel comfortable speaking over mic, so that they can still participate with their voice in the chat box instead. Also, if anybody has technical difficulties, that's a space for that. In this room, we have tea time, which is how we do a concept of talking to make sure that everybody has space to speak. You'll notice that there's a teacup on the table, and I can put myself in the teacup. So that means that I'm the person that's speaking. It can be difficult when you have a lot of people in one room, that you don't get the same sort of feedback that you do when you're in person. So you can shift around the table. That's why the circles are visible. And then whoever is in the cup gets to talk. So when you're finished, as it says in the poster, I've spilled my tea, and then you move to another circle so somebody else can hop in the cup and talk. So this is my called the monthly sessions area. So this background I created using the inbuilt AI in GoBrunch. I wanted something that had sort of Regency vibes, neutral colors, but still felt quite light and airy. And you'll notice that I have little arrows and little blocks over the doors. So on the left-hand side here, we have the monthly Austen discussion meetings. The arrow will take you directly to the room, and the box will take you to join. You'll see up the top I've got members, click on the arrow, and non-members click on the box, because we want to make it as easy as possible for people. So to get through, if you click on the box, this will take you through to the Stripe. So it's got a brief description of what the thing is, what the price is, and then the person can put in their credit card details. And you'll notice that if it's got subscribe, and I've got in here that it's billed monthly as well, so people know what they're signing up for. So this is the room where we have our monthly Austen discussions as a subscription service. Again, you'll notice I've got a quiet space down here. These ones I made smaller just so they fitted nicely under the little table. And again, I have a poster, which is an embed from Canva. So again, you just hover over it and you can go along to each of the things. The next one we're discussing places that Jane Austen lived during her life and where she's buried. So those images are all in there, and questions. And then at the end, here's the links to all the bonuses they have for being a member of this community monthly discussion group. And again, those are embeds, so they can just click directly on those. So we use this space for writing sprints. So you set a timer. I've got 10, 15, and 20 minutes. And depending on whether I'm with somebody, by myself, people can come and use this room at any time. You set a timer and then you just write for that amount of time. It's kind of like writing against the clock to make sure that you're focusing on your writing. So I use this space with my writing clients once a month. And that is all the spaces I'm going to show you today.